Hey string slingers, welcome back to another episode of That Guitar Guy. I'm Frank Spear. Today we're going to look at the blues in E, and I'm going to show you how to play what I just played. Let's get right to it. I'm not going to go over the theory of it. I'm just going to show you what I did so you can get right to playing it. It's in E. It's an E major. It's an E blues. So it's E, A, and B, 7. So we open with the E section. A section. So if we were playing it just straight like that, we would open with that E section. But we're starting with this E lick. Beginning here at the 10th and 12th fret. We're taking this last 2-note form, little double stop, we're bending it. Then we're grabbing the E note. Then snapping that low E. One more time. First part. Second part. Slow. Hit that harmonic on the 12th fret. You can throw the B in there if you want to. So these are these notes. E, G sharp, B, C sharp, hammering down, then grabbing the E. But the whole time, you're letting that E and A string ring out. I grab that G, bend it up to a G sharp, and then open E. That's the blues. I mean, from the flatted 3 to the major 3 is the blues. Right? From the flat 3 to the 3. Right? So we're doing that here in E. So far we've got this. Right? Keep going. Now we're going to the A. We're doing this little trill, right? From the open G and G sharp. There's that third and flatted third again, and like we did here. We're doing it here too. We're trilling on it as we approach the A chord. So we're going. That's getting us ready to go. It's leading us to the A because the A note is right here. So we're right before it. We're leading to that. All right? When we do the A, we're doing little working man blues lick. So we hit the open A string, and then we fret what looks like a D chord here, part of the A chord. right? So it's a partial part of the chord there. So we're hitting the open A, grabbing that, and then we're hammering down here onto the C sharp, which in the A chord, again, is that bluesy thing. It's that flatted third to the third. And then we're hammering what looks like, this was a C chord. I'm sorry, I think I said D before. It looks like a C chord. Partial of the A. And then we're doing the same thing, which looks like a D chord here. So it sounds like this. Then we're doing, which is part of the A major scale. I'm just grabbing harmony notes. Right? So you see here is an E, for example, and then I'm grabbing the G sharp, which is the third. So we're going down in thirds. We're just grabbing these two. So we're going. So far we've got this. And back to the E. I played it a little different there. I think some kind of hammer-on phrase like a. So from the E string to the A string. Then, so after the A section, we're taking this B7, and instead of going to the A7 like you normally would in a blues, instead of that turnaround, we're going to class it up a little bit. We're going to jazz it up a little bit. We're going to start with that, and they're going to replace that B note in the bass with the C note. So it's going to go. But with that same chord underneath. And I grab that with the pinky at the end. Play it however you want. Then the classic. Okay, so we're starting here on E7. You know, this is the D chord, right? And this would be an E chord because that's movable. So if we move this up from D to E, we got an E7 chord. So instead of, you've got, so we're putting that D, the 7th, into this E chord. So we're taking the E out. You've got these two left, but we got to get this D in here. So you've got these two and the D, so it gives us this shape. It's like a reverse D chord. And then we just walk that down from E7. Then all three notes open. Just the open G, B, and E string there. Same chord shape, but now the root is on the C to the B. So it's C7 to B7. Taking the A, we're trilling off the B flat there. There's that bend again to the open E. back to the E section. This time around, we repeat that beginning. Or you could go. And this time, instead of continuing to play that, we go. But we grab the low E with the pick the whole time, and then we claw those two high strings, the B and the E, with these two fingers. So we get this. Right? So we got. So that gives us our E. Now we're to the A again. And so we're going to do this. Then we're bending this B note here to the C sharp, which is the third of the A chord. So we have the open A. And then we're going to grab this E. You phrase that however you like. Get a little radical with it. Right? It's the blues. Then E. And I'm just playing this E chord here, and I'm sliding in from a half step below. This is E also up here, right? Got a little partial E major chord. Just using the E and the B. Sliding in from a half step below while that low E rings out. So we've got then B7, the traditional B7 to the traditional A7 turnaround. It's like the A chord, but you're leaving that open G in the chord. Because the seventh is always a whole step down from the root note of the chord. So if it's A, we got a whole step down, is that G, is the 7. So we want to get that 7 in the chord. So there's the open G in our A chord. Creating that tension leading back to the 1 chord. Instead of the traditional A. That's more rock, this is more blues. You can even grab the G up here. Throw that in too. So. And then we end with this classic blues lick. I don't do it the same every time, but you get the gist of it. Right? So I think I actually started with a trill like that. Open E to the G. Sliding up to the E again. So you're getting this 2 E's. Might grab that D there. Nice to be leaving that open E kind of ringing through the whole thing. That's probably more like what I do. D to the open B to the A. Then the open G, back down to the A. Then I'm bending that A up to the B. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's the blues. Right? So you're pulling off the A to the G, open G. Then you're pulling off the E to the D. So there you got the E to the D. You know, any way you play it, it's going to sound great. There you got the B to the open A to the G to the E. You could do this like we did before. Well, there you have it, string slingers. A little blues tune for you guys to learn, work on, practice, enjoy, show off to your friends. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you could take it a little further and do another whole pass through the progression again and come up with your own licks for the E, for the A, for the B7th. Enjoy. There's lots of other stuff on YouTube you could find to add to this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Please like and subscribe. Check out the links below because I got some really cool stuff in there. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.